What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So I almost didn't do this video. I'm not I don't know, I'm not kind of feeling it today, but I did trade today. So I said, you know what, we're just gonna persevere through to this video, and these are the facts. Okay. So I did trade today. I started my kids had a dentist appointment, so I didn't really start until about 8:30 ish. Okay, so I took a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. I took a total of 5 trades today, and the total of my trades was $46.05. So I traded AG in today. I got in at I bought 100 shares at $5.06, and then I got out 100 shares at $5.28. I jumped in again because I wish I just would have stayed in it, but I got back in at $100 shares at $5.84, and then I jumped out at 100 shares at $6.02. Then I traded VMAR today, and this was a hard one. I don't know, it was so hard to trade. So I got in at $1.85, and as soon as I got in, where I purchased became the new resistance. So it did not push above that $1.85 until right after 5 o'clock or so. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. It pushed past that $1.85. So I broke even. I made $1.55 on that trade. And then I purchased, so I saw SGLY, and I saw it pop up to, it was almost 50 cents, I think. And then it pulled back to 45 cents. And I figured that was a good entry for me. Like, the volume was there, the momentum was there, everything was there. So I purchased 1,000 shares at 45 cents. And don't you know, it never made it above 45 cents for the rest of the day. So I am going to have to swing trade that one. I'm not going to take a loss. I'm just going to swing trade it. They had news regarding like a private placement or something. I can't remember. And the private placement was at 48 cents, which is above my 45 cents. So whenever that happens, hopefully the flood will take me back to my break even. But I made $46.05 today, and I was able to, on my little chart, I was able to fill in one more. I don't have any more 40. The nearest one was $44, so I filled that one in today. So I don't know. You know, when I look at this chart, you know, I just don't. Like, I literally make probably $40 to $50 a day. And if I could stack that over 10 years, you know, I would be getting somewhere. But, you know, some of these numbers, you know, 63, 92, 97. Like, I've rarely made $100 in a day. So some of these are going to be challenging. I'm just trying to get as close to my goal as I possibly can. And then, and that's really all I can do. And I only have about 3 weeks to get to that goal. So I don't know. I feel like you put so much effort, so much mental fortitude, so much, I don't know what to call it, but you put so much effort in just to get a small return. Like, you put your seeds in the ground, they're planted, you know, you're expecting this huge harvest, you know, and what reaps is just barely gets you by. It's just, and you're supposed to live off of that. You're supposed to be excited about that. It's hard to be excited when you don't see the fruits of your labor. You don't see it. It's hard to persevere when the results are not there. And I've been doing this a year and a half. And I know that is not a lot of time, and I am scalp trading. So, it's a lot of emotions, a lot of mental just stuff going on just to be able to jump in a trade and get back out. And, but I feel like that's the story of my life. Like, my trading, how I trade, is a reflection of my real life. I feel like I've planted seeds in my career. I've planted seeds, to help just prosper, like bring prosperity to our little family, but there is no, only God can bring the increase, right? So there are times when I feel like the work is in vain. There are times when I feel like I'm not aligned with what I'm supposed to do. There are times when I'm just frustrated and it's like resistance. The resistance is in my mind, is in just my reality, and I don't know how to continue with the same effort, the same perseverance, the same, just bring it every day. And you're in to everyone else, you're not supposed to get tired. You're always supposed to be hopeful, but it's hard to be hopeful when you don't see the fruits of your labor. When you don't see the increase, when you don't see the growth, when you don't see the I'm not a quitter. I've never been a quitter. I don't even know how to quit. Even when I want to quit, I encourage myself to keep going, because if we could just get over this hump, if we could just get over this pain, if we could just get over this trial, if we could just get over. But once I get over, it's like there's just no breakthrough. It's just more resistance. So yeah, I made $46 today, but the effort to make that mentally, I don't know. I'm thankful. It moves me closer to my goal. But here's the thing, like, I can make $46 today, okay? And it took so much effort, but it literally takes no effort to lose $150. Like you can make this little $46, but let you step into a trade that's bearish. You lose 150 real quick. Not only have you lost your profits, but you lost your capital. You lost. I guess that's just all part of it. That's what you sign up for. But it's like at some point you want to hit a stride. You know what I mean? Like some point you want to be going with the flow. At some point you want to be aligned. At some point You want just prosperity, success. And today we made $46, but the effort to make that, the mental effort, I don't know. But tomorrow is another day, and I will wake up and encourage myself and start all over again. But today was a tough day. So I thank you for listening. And to the next one, you be blessed. Okay, bye.